So the Antoine Griezmann transfer saga, it just seemed like it would never end. However, the move is official now. He's headed to Atletico's La Liga rivals, the Spanish giants in Barcelona, for a whopping 120 million euros. Getting the opportunity to play with Messi week in, week out, making their team even stronger. But it begs the question, what does life look like after Griezmann's departure? Atletico have pulled off some amazing deals so far this summer transfer window, but what does the foreseeable future hold for Atletico Madrid? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be finding out in today's FIFA 19 Career Mode Challenge. However, before we jump into it, here are the rules and objectives. So the first rule of this challenge, the Life After Griezmann challenge, is going to be that we're using the updated squads and transfers for the upcoming 2019-20 season, making it as realistic as possible. That means Real Madrid's transfers are in, Barca's transfers are in, and also our Atletico transfers are all in the game. Number 2, we have to replace Griezmann and we have to sign a marquee player for over £90 million. Number 3, we have to go ahead and win La Liga, the Spanish Cup, and UCL, all in the space of 3 seasons. That is the big time limit on today's challenge. I'm so keen to get into this one. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the video. Alright, so as you can see, we're into the first season of the challenge, and we're just going to quickly go ahead and show you the updated transfers, and that's the big one. Life After Griezmann, he's off to Barcelona now. The Frenchman is there alongside Frankie de Jong as well. We've moved De Ligt to Pinamonti Calcio, Juventus, and then we have Rodri off to Manchester City, also another big departure from Atletico Madrid. And then we've also updated our La Liga rivals, the other side of town, Real Madrid. They've got Hazard, Jovic, Militao, Ferland, Mendy, as well as 2 other huge departures in the transfer window for Atletico. It's not just Griezmann who's headed out the door this summer. They've sold a lot, just like Diego Godin. He was off to Inter on a free contract, as well as Lucas Hernandez. He has now joined Bayern. We've updated our departures as well as our rivals, the other teams around us. We're keeping it as realistic as possible, and we've also updated our transfers too. So the new boys at Atletico Madrid this window is Felipe coming from Porto, the new centre-back, 29 years of age. We also have Hector Herrera, the Mexican from Porto. So a Porto duo there joining us here at the Wanda Metropolitano. We also have the new recent signing, the English right-back coming from Tottenham Hotspur, Kieran Trippier, who's going to be starting down that right-hand side. A very interesting signing from the Spaniards, but I'm sure he can do well here in Madrid. We move on down to 2 new Spanish boys, Marcos Llorente coming from Real Madrid, their rivals. They picked him up this summer, as well as Mario Hermoso, a very decent Spanish talent, still only 23 years of age, coming from Espanyol in La Liga. And it's the big one, the one that's got everyone hyped up at the moment, the wonder kid taken on the world by storm, the Portuguese teenager, João Felix, the most expensive out of them all, and I'm sure he'll pay off in the long run. An exciting prospect in the game, and has got a lot of hype around him at Atletico. So we're going to go ahead and change his kit number to the number 7. I believe he replaced Griezmann's number, so that's a very interesting choice. I guess we're putting a lot of pressure on the Portuguese boy wonder here, but Atleti is showing a really strong statement of intent there. However, we got to continue on. We got to complete the challenge objectives. We're going to get straight into the summer transfer business, see what marquee player we can introduce into the squad, and take this side to new heights after the Griezmann departure. So I've got a few ideas on who to pick up after that Griezmann departure. Who's going to be the next big man here at Atletico Madrid to lead us to some glory? And it's a player that's linked in real life, Mauro Icardi. We're going to have to offer between 74 and 111 million pounds. So we're definitely going to be hitting that 90 million pound benchmark that we've set ourselves. Still only 25, 87 overall. I mean, we're going to go in for him, see what Inter have to say. There's going to be a lot of money on the line here. I'm just going to go ahead and put in 90, see what they have to say. It's the rules of the game, and they go 92.7. Alright, so we're fulfilling the rules of the challenge. We're going to sign a player for over 90 million. However, can we get him a bit cheaper? Say 91.5. 91.5, let's see. And yeah, Inter go ahead and accept Luciano Spalletti. He's going to offload Icardi to Atletico Madrid. This is going to be insane. Alright, Atleti fans, let me know what you think down below. This is either going to be a curse or a blessing in disguise. The big Argentinian Mauro Icardi and his wife Wandanara, they're headed off to Spain. They're coming to Madrid. Not the Madrid they probably would have wanted. They probably would have wanted to go to Real, but for 91.5 million, it's an objective objective ticked off. We found a man to replace Griezmann's spot in the squad, and he's definitely going to be started up top for us. Wanted out of Inter for a while now. We've picked up the 25-year-old captain. Shortly can prove his quality here in La Liga, and I'm just really happy with that signing. Welcome to the challenge, Mauro Icardi. I mean, just take a look at that strike partnership. Icardi and Diego Costa up top. The troublesome pair are going to wreak absolute havoc upon the league. That's going to be the most bad boy strike partnership in all world football. So it also came to my attention that both Felipe Luis and Juan Fran have left the club in real life, so we've gone ahead and sold them for a bit of cash here. They're both off to Liverpool, so Jurgen Klopp must love his oldies there at Anfield. However, there was one player who I didn't intend to sell, the Spanish midfield gem Saul. Chelsea went ahead and activated his release clause. 3 of our players off to the Premier League here. It's gone for £94.6 million. Ridiculous money there for the 23-year-old. We now have over 100 million back in the bank as well, which is just crazy. 120 million now back in the bank. So it looks like we're going to have to do a few more signings before the window closes. Should we go ahead and unite the 2 Argentines here at Atletico? Bring Dybala in. He is also linked with a move away from Juventus. Let's see if we have the funds to bring in Dybala. I'm just going to go flat out 90 mil maybe. Let's see what they say. Juventus, they're probably going to want over 100. Yep, guessed it. We can afford it, but we can get a bit cheaper for him. Alright, 108. They're going to think about it. Come back and see what Juventus have to reply with. Alright, now we talk money. Now is the most important time. It's where we slap him with a contract. We're bringing the Argentines here at Atletico, and he's happy with that. Alright, there he is, unveiled to the fans. He is coming to the Wanda Metropolitano, Paulo Dybala, the new number 8. He's arriving for £108 million. A big move, and it's going to strengthen our side beyond belief. But now Icardi and Dybala are united here in Madrid. Alright, that's the updated squad. We got Dybala in the number 10 role, Icardi up top with Costa, Party at a CDM. We've changed the formation up a little bit as well. Of course, Big O Black in goal, Trippier starting at right back 2, Felipe at centre back, and it's all kicking off here in La Liga. We're looking very strong going into season 1 without Griezmann. Alright, this is the first official chance to get some silverware in the challenge. I mean, it's not one we're looking for, but it's a pretty big matchup. UEFA Super Cup up against Real Madrid. Let's see how the new boys get along. Icardi, Dybala, can they get a few goals to their name? And we end up getting the victory there. Lamar and Felipe with the goals. It went to extra time, but the new Brazilian, the centre back of all people, getting the opener, and then Lamar sealing it. We start off the season with a UEFA Super Cup victory. Alright, so that's how Simeone's men, Simeone's soldiers will be lining up for the season. Dybala already at a 90 overall. Side's looking pretty strong. Let's see what they can conjure up this season. Will it be success? Will it be failure? Will they strive without Griezmann? We're going to find out. Hopefully we can achieve some objectives along the way too. Let's get straight into it. So here we are, season 1's all wrapped up, and we find ourselves sitting in 4th position, qualifying for the Champions League next season. However, it's Real Madrid taking out the title. Griezmann couldn't get his hands on the La Liga trophy, losing out to Real Madrid by 1 point. However, we are far behind the pack, 10 points behind in fact, as Real Betis is above us in 3rd, and we qualify for the Champions League. However, I don't think that is good enough in order to complete the challenge, so I'm just happy we qualify for the Champions League at the end of the day. But major improvements are needed in the league. We're going to take a look at the Spanish Cup, and it looks like we've gotten ourselves into the final. Can't write scripts like this. It was written in the stars. We're facing our former player, Antoine Griezmann, is going to be coming up against us in the Spanish Cup final. Hopefully we can take out the Copa del Rey, as that is a trophy objective. We're going to go ahead and simulate it, but this is a game of massive proportions as we take a look at how we did in the Champions League. And it doesn't look too good here, as we haven't even qualified for the next round. We haven't even qualified for the knockout rounds. We finish in 3rd on goal difference or head-to-head, something like that. But we get banished to the Europa League. We all know the competition that no one really wants to be in, but just has to be because they couldn't make the Champions League. And it's a poor finish from the lads. I was expecting a bit better than that. Dortmund and Monaco make it out there. However, in the Europa League, we've got a big final to look forward to. We're up against fellow La Liga side in Sevilla. So I'm looking forward to going ahead simulating that match to see if we can win it. And this is a side going ahead into the Spanish Cup final. We're up against Barca. Like I said, the runners-up in La Liga. We were 4th, so 2nd versus 4th. That is the side going into it. Icardi up top, Costa, and it looks like Griezmann is on the bench for Barca. So the number 7 not getting much game time in there. They still got Messi, Suarez, Coutinho. It is Frenkie de Jong to come on for the Catalonian club. However, can we make the most of it in the second 45? Lenglet on for Piqué. Not too much action going on, but it's Frenkie de Jong in the 55th minute to get the opener. Can we bounce back here, or are we just going to let them run all over us? And it looks like we're doing exactly that. As Barca run away with the Spanish Cup final after they came runners up in the league by 1 point. They get their hands on the Copa del Rey, and we finish off the season without those 2 trophies. We need to do better domestically in Season 3. There is a bit to improve on. However, there's a big Europa League final to look forward to. Coming up next, that is the side going into the Europa League final up against Sevilla. It's a bit of a step down to Barcelona here, but it's pretty much the same team that went on to lose the Copa del Rey. I have faith in the boys. I believe we can do this. And Sevilla have a pretty decent side, but it's Diego Costa still killing it here at Atletico Madrid. He gets a goal in the 12th minute, bags a goal, then bags a yellow card straight after. Diego Costa doing what Diego Costa does. However, Quincy Promes gets an equalizer in the 83rd minute, but we go ahead and clutch the game here on penalties 4-3. That is what you want to see. The Europa League, not really an objective we had at the start of this challenge, but it's good to win a little trophy here and there. It's going to go ahead and see our star performers this season, who really carried us, and it's the 30-year-old Diego Costa, still absolutely balling here in La Liga at Atletico Madrid. He is killing it there with 33 goals, 2 assists. Paulo Dybala, our summer transfer, our massive summer transfer, getting 23 goals and 9 assists. Koke still putting in a decent amount of effort in there, still doing a shift for us, 11 goals, 5 assists. Nikola Kalinic of all people, 9 goals and 2. Mauro Icardi not really having the best of debut seasons, 4 goals in 34 matches. That is definitely not up to standard for the Argentinian. I'm looking forward to him having a better season too, because that is terrible from him. Morata has gone back on loan to Chelsea. Thomas Lemar doing a bit well in there. Vitolo, João Felix not getting too much game time, but he's going to grow throughout the seasons as well. We have Jimenez getting a lot of game time. Kieran Trippier at right back doing well. It's Jan Oblak with 20 clean sheets. We had players out on loan, and then yeah, it's a bit more of a team effort. We had a few players that were carrying us this season, like Costa and Dybala. I'm looking to go ahead, strengthen this side, because we need to do better domestically next season. We're going to go ahead and see how we can strengthen in the summer transfer window. Hopefully bring in a bit more firepower throughout the season, as we need to improve, and we need to start ticking off these objectives here in season number 2 before it's too late. So with Mauro Icardi not having the season we all expected him to have last season, and with the aging Diego Costa up front, we needed a bit of a youthful presence. We needed some German efficiency with us leading the line here at Atleti, and we've gone ahead and picked up the German wonder kid Timo Werner. He's coming across from Bayern Munich. The 23-year-old we managed to pick up for £60.5 million. He costed a pretty penny. However, I'm hoping this one pays off in the long term. I'm hoping he can start live fear off at Atletico in the best way possible and really bag us some needed goals this season. But nonetheless, welcome to Life After Griezmann, Timo Werner. No pressure, mates. So we're not messing around here in season 2. We've gone back to back with 2 big marquee attacking signings. We've brought in the Mercurial Moroccan over from Ajax. We've got him on a bit of a cheap 45 million. He's going to make the big European switch here. He's coming to Spain. Hopefully he can prosper here in Madrid. The 26-year-old attacking midfielder is going to provide a bit of flair up top, but I got big expectations for the Moroccan. Hakim Ziyech, welcome to the Wanda Metropolitano. So players coming into the club, it means there's going to be a few player departures in here, and we've sold Vitolo, the 29-year-old left midfielder. The Spaniard is head off to the Premier League for £32.8 million. Decent money to get out of a 29-year-old. I'm happy to see him go, so farewell Vitolo. So after the Vitolo sale, we've gone ahead and strengthened in a position we really needed to, the left back spot. We didn't really have a proper left back at the club, so we've gone after the Rabbity Spanish wonder kid Junior Firpo, the 22-year-old. Is coming for £16.3 million. The very versatile left-sided player is joining us here at Atletico Madrid, and we have probably one of our first Spaniards joining the club, so that's a good thing, because he can definitely grow and develop into that left back position. He can make it his own here at Atletico. So welcome to Life After Griezmann, Junior Firpo. So for our 4th signing of the window, we've gone for a bit more defensive cover yet again. This time is going to be at the centre back position. Boubacar Kamara for £11.3 million. The Frenchman is going to join us here at Atletico to provide a bit more depth, a bit more quality into that centre back position as he can grow. He's only 19 years of age, and for £11.3 million, that is a great investment investment. So it's another wonder kid, it's another young star coming to the Wanda Metropolitano. And we have just pulled off a big boy transfer move here. We've pulled off a move for the Flying Dutchman, Memphis Depay. And I know it is yet another attacker, but I could not refuse this offer, as you all know, we love a cheeky swap deal here. And it just had to be done. Gelson Martins, the Portuguese right midfielder, we've swapped him plus 25 million for Memphis Depay. That is a good deal in my eyes. Meanwhile, we get the very versatile attacker at the club. He's going to slot straight into the starting 11. I am so keen to see how he does in the sim. I'm hoping this one pays off in the end. The 25-year-old centre forward is going to come over to Madrid. So that is how the side is looking after all those transfers we've made. We've got Depay in the starting 11, Werner and Icardi up top. We have Vasalico back from his loan and Firpo in the starting 11. We've got a UEFA Super Cup match up against Real Madrid. So let's see what we can do in this little pre-season trophy, the UEFA Super Cup. Not an objective yet again, but still nice to win against our crosstown rivals Real. And yeah, I wasn't expecting a win. We take the 2-0 loss. Benzema and Aspas get the goals. So post deadline day, we've pretty much made all our signings. We've used up all the transfer budget, which was what I wanted to do really in this transfer window. We need to start ticking off some objectives here. We need to start getting some silverware before it's too late to complete the challenge. I don't want to have all that pressure in season 3. So hopefully in season 2, whether it's the cup, the league, or anything else, I just want a trophy, and I want it bad. The Europa League last season just is not good enough, so we're going to simulate to the end of the season. We're going to see how the boys do in Season 2 with Life After Griezmann. Let's get it. Now, I'm absolutely shell-shocked here. I am speechless. A Centurion season from Atletico Madrid sees them for the first time since 2014 win La Liga. We've done it here in Spain. We've taken out the league, and we're bloody 17 points ahead of Barcelona, destroying the competition here. Only 2 losses, 32 wins. That is amazing stuff from Atleti, and Diego Simeone has done it again. I did not expect that. I thought maybe a bit of an improvement from last season. Not a Centurion season, not top of the league, but they've gone and done it. I am very keen to see how we've done in the other competitions as well. We're going to go ahead and check, and it's history repeating itself from last season. We all know what happened in the final of the Copa del Rey. Can we go ahead and redeem ourselves? We're obviously going to go and simulate that one against Barcelona. First versus second in the league, but it's the all-important Champions League. Let's take a look, and no way, we're into the final. What a season from the lads. Win the league and 2 big finals. We can literally complete the challenge here in Season 2, just depending on how these simulations go. We all know our luck in these sims. They haven't been the best so far in this career mode, but right now you are looking at champions of La Liga, so anything is possible for these lads. We're going to take a look at the Centurions, who are our main performers this season. Paulo Dybala in there with 28 goals and 16 assists, double figures in both goals and assists. Our main marquee player this season, he has paid off, as well as Diego Costa still tearing it up at 31 years of age, still bagging 19 goals. We got Thomas Lemar with double figures in goals and assists. Mauro Icardi slowly warming up into life in La Liga. Koke still doing a job in there for us, 11 goals, 11 assists. Morata, he's going back on loan to Chelsea, 7 goals and 2 assists. Hakim Ziyech with 6 and 5. Timo Werner, yet again, like Mauro Icardi's first season here in Madrid, not too good, 5 goals. Kieran Trippier though, 5 goals, 6 assists. Memphis Depay picked up a big boy injury there with 4 goals and 4 assists. João Felix yet again with not too much game time. Junior Firpo putting in a shift at left back. But those are your league winners. Those are your Centurions. But can we cap off the league campaign with a Copa del Rey final win? Can we lift up that Spanish Cup to complete another objective? We're going to go ahead and sim it. We're going to hope for the best here against Barcelona. Up against Griezmann again. That's a big one. He's on the bench again, so he's not getting too much game time here at Barca. Thomas Lemar gets in there. Depay's had to sit this one out, so we need Ziyech to step up in that left wing position. However, we're going to skip it, and it's a 2-0 win. The Frenchman, of all people, Thomas Lemar, proven why he can still do a job here at Atleti, and we've gone ahead and won the Copa del Rey. The Spanish Cup is ours. We are the best team in Spain, hands down. League winners, Cup winners, but now is the big question. Can we go ahead and take home Europe too? I just realized this, but Griezmann losing the league, losing the Spanish Cup final. I bet he's crying over there in Catalonia on the bench. We all know what happened in the Europa League last season. We won it, That is the starting 11 going into this match. We're up against the Scousers. We're up against Liverpool, who won the Champions League in real life this season. They are European champions. We can go ahead if we win this. Oh, Mauro Icardi. I couldn't even talk. We've only gone in 1 minute. It's a kickoff goal from the Argentinian. That's what we want to see. We've started this Champions League final off brilliantly, just like Liverpool did in real life, actually. When Mo Salah scored that penalty so early on. We've done it earlier with 1 minute here. Oxlade-Chamberlain comes on for Wijnaldum. Oh no, we've got 20 minutes left. We're 1-0 up, please, Liverpool. Oh, it's Icardi with the double, just like Thomas Lemar in the Spanish Cup final. And when the tides were against us, when the odds were against us, we've come through and won the treble here with Atletico Madrid. Life after Griezmann is looking pretty rosy. It's looking pretty comfortable here with 3 trophies in season number 2. Icardi, the season 1 replacement for Griezmann in the Champions League final where it all mattered here against Liverpool, and we've gone out and taken the European trophy home. And there it is, the beautiful trophy. Paulo Dybala sat next to it. He is loving life. He is loving the trophy in red and white ribbons. But that means we've completed the Life After Griezmann challenge 1 season early. Who needs 3 seasons when you've got the Atleti boys doing the treble 2 seasons in? I mean, season number 1 was a bit rocky, had its ups and downs. But seriously, here in Season 2, we've made up for it. Won the treble. It was all glory for Atleti at the Wanda Metropolitano. Finally, we've broken the curse. They finally got their hands on some European silverware, and we've gone ahead and completed the Life After Griezmann challenge. So don't fret, Atleti fans. Life is still looking good after the big Frenchman has left for Barcelona. That is going to be the end of the video, guys. I didn't expect it to end here, but we've gone ahead and completed the challenge. So if you did go ahead and enjoy, make sure to smack a like down below. Hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 20,000 subscribers. By the time this comes out, we might have hit it already. I'm not sure, but I hope you did enjoy. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description. Turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on a video on the channel. Comment down below what you want to see on the channel next. I hope you did enjoy. I've been BCHD, and I'll see you on the very next video.